Having helped Galmar retrieve the jagged crown for Ulfric, Niesha and her crew had been entrusted to deliver Ulfric's axe to Balgruuf of Whiterun. Ulfric had warned Niesha to be wary of Balgruuf, as he was known to have a hot temper, so she was a little apprehensive as she made her way to Dragon's Keep. Nobody wants to upset a Jarl and end up in the dungeon, or worse.
I came to Skyrim for a reason. There has to be some clue here.
Balgruuf's a coward. Even siding with the enemy is better than hedging. At least he'll have a path to Sovngarde, right through my axe.
You should be talking to my steward.
Jarl Ulfric Stormcloak asked me to deliver this axe to you.
Did he now? The man is persistent, I'll give him that. I suppose it's time I give him an answer. Proventus, what do you make of all this? If Ulfric were to attack Whiterun?
As in all things, Lord, caution. I urge us to wait and see.
Pray, wait.
I'm of a mind with Irileth. It's time to act.
You plan to march on Windhelm?
But
I'm not
I
a
don't
fool,
think Morrowind is
Proventus.
safe anymore.
I mean it's time to challenge Ulfric to face me as a man. Or march his stormcloaks up to the gates.
He'll do no such thing. A dagger in the back is all you could expect.
He was rather straightforward with Torrig.
Torrig? He simply walked up to the boy and murdered him.
That
Just
boy was High King of Skyrim.
I'm not the High King. But neither am I a boy. If Ulfric wants to challenge my rule in the old way, let him. Though I suspect he'll prefer to send his stormcloaks to do it for him.
True. He's already proven his personal strength. Now he seeks to prove his armies.
Then might I urge you to consider General Tullius's request? I mean, if you are bent on offending Jarl
I
Ulfric.
think I'm wasting my time here in
Ulfric is the one
Skyrim.
who has offended.
Maybe I should try
But
traveling to the
Proventus
Imperial
has
City.
a point.
or
Ulfric has
Morrowind.
made it clear. In his mind, to refuse his claim is to side with the Empire.
And what harm is there in letting a few legionnaires die in place of your own men?
It seems cowardly.
Was it cowardly
speak
then
to
to accept the white gold
But I
concordat?
don't think Morrowind
This
is
again.
safe anymore.
That was different. Was I given a chance to object to the terms of the treaty? No. The Jarls weren't asked. We were told. And we had to like it.
The chests of gold didn't hurt.
Damn it. This isn't about gold.
It's time to decide.
Lord, wait. Let us see if Ulfric is serious.
Oh, he's serious. But so am I.
Finally.
So about this axe. You can return this axe to our friend. The esteemed Jarl of Windhelm has my answer. Make sure he gets it. Proventus, bring me my pen. And the good parchment.
Are we writing a letter, Lord?
Yes, to General Tullius. I need to make a few things clear before I accept these legionnaires of his.
So that jests, aren't you?
Balgruuf had seemed more resigned than angry at the delivery of the axe. However, his response seemed clear, and war with Whiterun seemed inevitable. Niesha just needed to return the axe to Ulfric.
Tullius, the Imperials have already dug into Whiterun. We're wrested from them soon enough. We must. Its central position is key.
The Jarl of Whiterun returns your axe.
Then I was wrong about him. You're right, Galmar.
Again,
A known joke.
give the word, my lord, and Whiterun is yours.
Whiterun is only a means to an end.
I've toured our camps. We're ready, Ulfric, whenever you are.
Is any man ever ready to give the order that will mean the deaths of many?
No, but neither is every man able to give that order when he must. But you are that man, Ulfric. You've been that man before, and you'll be him again. And these men and women, they call themselves Stormcloaks because they believe in you. They are the meanest, toughest sons of bitches Skyrim has to offer. And they want this. They want this as much as you do. Perhaps they want it more.
You're certain we're ready? Whiterun's army will no doubt be bolstered with legionnaires. And those walls around Whiterun are old, but they still stand.
We are ready.
Bare feet are quiet feet. I may be a fighter, but I'm
Falls
sneaky.
down with my bare feet.
He's expecting word from
Ask
Whiterun.
me to do it.
And I'm sure you could do it too. All right, this is it.
Yes!
Send the word. A new day is dawning, and the sun rises over Whiterun.
I and the sons of Skyrim will greet that dawn, teeth and swords flashing.
So it begins. Make haste to our camp in Whiterun. I want you on the front lines. I have a feeling about you. Your place is on that battlefield. I need you there.
Many will die by my hand.
Then I commit them to whatever gods they still believe in. Talos be with you.
Gathering her friends, Niesha set off to Whiterun to meet up with Galmar in preparation for taking Whiterun from the Imperials. The sky over Whiterun was overcast and bleak, as if the weather was showing sympathy for the city that was about to fall.
This is it, men! They say that our cause is false, and that we are nothing more than thieves, thugs, and murderers. But no! We are farmers! We are craftsmen! We are sons and daughters of shopkeepers, maidservants, and soldiers! We are the sons and daughters of Skyrim! And we have come this far because our cause is true, because we fight as one, and because our hearts are bursting with anger. What we do here today, we do for our country, for all the true lords of Skyrim. Whiterun's walls are tall, but they are old and crumbling, like the Empire whose legion lights them. They've barricades to block us, but we'll tear through them, and the Imperials behind them! Our objective is the drawbridge. If we can find a way to drop it, the city will be ours! Everyone on me! Let's show these Imperial milk drinkers what true lords look like!
So her orders were to break through the enemy barricade and aim for the drawbridge. With the drawbridge lowered, the city would nearly be defenceless against Galmar's warband. Putting the training given to her by Angie when she first came to Skyrim to good use, Niesha targeted the archers lining the outer gatehouse with her bow, while her companions used their own skills to take down the enemy. With the barricade down, it was time to join the fight in earnest and aim for the drawbridge.
This is what you want, huh? That it? Is that your best?
Not quite good enough, are you?
Despite the constant rain of arrows, Niesha and her friends were successfully helping the Stormcloaks push back Whiterun's defenders, their goal still the drawbridge.
Die, rebels!
Come on, the best you can do?
With Thrower at her side, Niesha manages to lower the drawbridge, allowing Galmar to take his Stormcloaks into the city proper. Despite taking some solid hits from the town's defenders, Niesha managed to carry on the fight. The bloodlust and adrenaline had fully taken hold of her. All she wanted was to keep her axe swinging.
You'll regret crossing me, you coward! Last mistake.
Finally, the city was taken, and now all that was left was to find Jarl Balgruuf.
Huh?
That's the best. When we spill their blood, we wash the land clean.
Damn if I let this rabble take my city without raising my own sword.
Come on, show me what you've got.
Balgruuf's bodyguards were quick to defend their Jarl, but fell just as quickly to the attacker's weapons, after which the Jarl himself only put up a token fight.
Enough!
Last mistake.
That's enough. I surrender. I surrender. Peace! Everyone stand down. That's an order. Stand down! Vignar Greyman.
Where to next?
Your family
I
was
feel like crashing some skulls.
Now I know why. Wouldn't the dagger in the back have sufficed?
You think this is personal? The Empire's place in Skyrim? Not anymore. And you have no place in Whiterun anymore.
Convenient position to hold now. But mark my words, old man. In the days to come, Ulfric will spread his rebellion thin. And what then? We need the Empire as much as it needs us. We Nords are the Empire.
Yes, champion of Azure.
What sustains it? You of all people should know that.
This was my empire. I'd be able to worship whoever I damn well pleased. You wish to see an empire without Talos? Without its soul? We should be fighting those witch elves, not bending knee to them. The Emperor's nothing more than a puppet of the Thalmor.
I'm still
Skyrim
here.
needs a High King who will fight for her. And Whiterun needs a Jarl who will do the same.
Tell me, Vignar, was all this worth it? How many of those corpses...
When I'm running barefoot, I feel like the ground is rotting
once
with me.
called you friend. What about their families?
Enough! Both of you! There is a burning city out there that needs a government. He's right. Galmar, come. Let us restore order.
This isn't over. Hear me, you old fool? This isn't over. And you, Stormcloak. I thought better of you. You'll all come to regret this day.
Get over to Windhelm. Tell Ulfric of our victory here.
The twilight watches us all, Guardian.
The piles of bodies and fires throughout Whiterun were testament to how well the Jarl's forces had tried to defend their city.
I'm staying out of this.
On her return to Windhelm, she found the city under attack from a dragon. Could this be a sign from the gods, or just bad luck?
Keep your distance.
I never would have believed it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
What was that guard talking about? She'd only stopped to help the guards deal with the dragon. Maybe she should find out.
Hold it there. Keep your distance.
What's happened here?
Another girl killed. This is Susanna from Candleheart Hall. Served me a drink just a few nights ago. But I can't say I knew her.
Another? This has happened before.
Susanna's the third. It's always the same. Young girl killed at night, body torn up.
Are the murders being investigated?
We're stretched thin as it is with a war. Nobody has the time to spend on this. Not pleasant, but it's the truth.
Could you use some help?
If you want to help, ask some of these gawkers if they saw anything useful. I'm going to examine the body before the rats can get to it.
First a dragon attack, and now a murder to investigate. Niesha felt like she wasn't going to get too much rest now that she was back in Windhelm, but first to deliver Galmar's message to
The whole
Ulfric.
default route is fairly vulnerable, and blocks the only road from Cyrodiil.
A good point.
To be sure, my lord, I am not skilled in the arts of war or military tactics.
But we've driven the Imperials out of Whiterun. This is good. Very good. We now control the center. It's a powerful position. One I aim to keep. We'll call you Ice Veins now. For the thick blood of our land has seeped into your heart. Here, take this. It's an Imperial officer's sword. A fitting weapon to use against our enemy.
What's next?
Ice Veins.
I'm eager to fight the Empire whenever you wish.
I suspect you'll be of greater use to us with greater freedom. So you're free to engage the Imperials as you see fit. But I also want you to find our hidden camp in Falkreath. Galmar will have special tasks for you, and will need you when we liberate the capital.
Understood.
Go with the gods.
Now that she had delivered the message to Ulfric, Niesha went back to look for the witnesses to the murder that the guard had mentioned earlier.
Yeah?
It's good for every soldier.
Always
to
sad
town
when
to
someone
remind
has to
themselves
die.
what they're trying to protect.
Did you see what happened here?
Sorry, I thought I saw a fellow running away, but didn't get a good look at him.
Another one. Terrible.
Always sad when someone has to die.
Did you see what happened here?
I heard a scream and came running, but she was already like this when I got here.
Always sad when someone has to die.
This is a shame.
Did you see what happened here?
No, sorry. But I did notice that her coin purse was still intact, so whoever did this wasn't after gold. I'm going to keep preparing the body, if you'll excuse me.
Wonder what it's like for those Thalmor, now that they've been taken down a notch.
I've spoken to the witnesses.
Just like always, nobody saw anything useful. The bastards escaped again.
There might be more to this, if you'll let me help.
Look, friend. If you think you can do better than the Legion of Guards, be my guest. You'll need to talk to the steward, though. We can't just let anyone go around claiming to be an official business. If he's willing, then we'll talk.
As it was late and the steward was probably asleep, Niesha decided to wait until morning before approaching him and asking his permission to look into the murders. So she took her friends to the Candlehearth Hall to relax until morning.
She was such a helpful young lass.
The following morning she made her way to the Palace of Kings to speak with Yorleif.
Thanks again for helping reopen the East Empire Company. Gonna have them import me some of that aged Breton cheese.
I've heard about these murders.
These are difficult times indeed, when men stalk their brethren like beasts. My men are stretched thin as it is. If you offer your aid, I gladly accept. The guards will be told to assist you as necessary. I'm happy to lend a hand as much as I can as well.
Now that she had Yorleif's permission, she could begin her investigation in earnest.
They say the college has been snooping around Sarthal. Mages in a burial crypt. No good can come of that.
Yorleif has granted me permission to aid in this investigation.
All right then. I noticed a trail of blood leading away from here. Helgerd's taken the body into the Hall of the Dead to prepare for burial. She's a little crazy, but if she knows anything, it's dead bodies.
Let's get going.
As the blood trail appeared to lead past the Hall of the Dead, Niesha decided to head there first and talk to Helgerd.
Large diagonal cut from left shoulder.
Have you noticed anything strange about the body?
Well, she's dead. But I guess that's not unusual, at least not for somebody in here. I mean, someone who's not me, that is. Sorry, was only joking with you.
It's all right, but have you found anything?
Not really. The only unusual thing is the shape of the cuts. They look like they were made with... Well, the ancient Nords used these kinds of curved blades when they embalmed their dead. I don't know who in Windhelm would even have something like that. Other than me, of course.
Let me know if you find anything else.
I wouldn't hold out too much hope. Now, I really got to get back to the body. Lot of work to prepare her for the grave.
Having spoken to Helgerd, Niesha now had the gruesome task of following the blood trail. The blood trail led Niesha directly to a house, Hirim, but it was locked. She would need to get the key to gain access.
We've stopped. What is it?
Hirim is a fine house and it's up for sale. You should talk to the steward in the keep if you're interested.
How do I get into Hirim?
Frigga Shattershield's old place? It's been abandoned ever since she was killed. I think her mother, Tova, has the key. Until next time.
What can I do for you? What can I do for you, friend? What do you need, Guardian?
I hear the East Empire Company has reopened, thanks in no small part to you. Well done. All of Skyrim benefits from their trade.
I have some questions about your daughter.
I'm sorry. She was very dear to me, and it's rather painful to think about. I'd rather not talk about my daughter, if you'll excuse me.
I'm trying to find out who did this. I was hoping you'd help.
Well, all right. What exactly do you need to know?
I would like to investigate her house, but I'll need the key.
Hirim? Well, I'm not sure what you think you'll find there, but you're welcome to have a look.
What can I do for you, friend?
Having gained access to Hirim, Niesha found the house to be almost completely empty, except for some piles of furniture and huge bloodstains on the floor. Something bad had definitely happened in this house. The journal that Niesha found in the chest talked of harvesting body parts for some form of dark necromancy. There was also flyers telling people to beware the butcher. The wardrobe with the false back held a dark and macabre secret. One that turned Niesha's stomach when she entered the secret room. Another journal. This one had a horrendous list of body parts and their uses, as if preparing a cooking recipe.
Let's get going.
The small shelf that had caught her eye earlier had more flyers, but it also had a strange talisman that looked out of place. Maybe a guard or the steward knew something about it.
Right there.
I'm telling you, I heard it, howling. Those werewolf tales are true.
Do you know what this amulet is?
I've never seen anything like it. I would take this to Calixto at the House of Curiosities. He has a good eye for strange trinkets. Might even give you a bit of gold for it.
Can you tell me anything about the butcher?
Have you been talking to Viola Giordano? She posts those all over the city, and someone keeps taking them down. Ask her about it if you want an earful.
Niesha had seen Calixto's House of Curiosities when she had visited the Grey Quarter with Aranea, so she headed there immediately.
Welcome to the House of Curiosities. I offer a brief tour for a few coins, or you can simply browse at your leisure.
Do you know anything about this amulet?
Let me see. Ah, yes. This is the wheelstone. It's an heirloom symbol of the power of Windhelm. Traditionally, it's carried by the court mage. I would be interested in acquiring it, if you're willing to part with it, that is. For a piece like that, I could pay 500 gold.
Shouldn't the court mage have it?
Wunferth? Bah, it's purely ceremonial, and he has no use for it. Besides, I wouldn't want to be the one to give it to him. Gives me the creeps. They say he dabbles in necromancy.
You have yourself a deal, sir.
Wonderful. This will be a splendid addition to my private collection.
As the amulet didn't appear to be anything more than an expensive trinket, accepting Calixto's 500 gold for it felt like a good deal. Now Niesha needed to find Viola Giordano, the person leaving the pamphlets everywhere. Eventually, Niesha caught up with her outside Candlehearth Hall later that day. What can you tell me about the butcher?
I've been following him for months now. Well, not actually following. Trying to find him. The guards won't help. The people won't help. I'm the only one who thinks he can be caught.
I found this journal in the killer's lair.
Huh? What's it say?
It sounds like a necromancer has been experimenting.
Wunferth. There have been rumors swirling about him for years, as long as I can remember. But he's a dangerous man. That's why they call him the Unliving. I wouldn't approach him directly. This information needs to go straight to the steward. He'll listen to you.
Despite Viola's warning about Wunferth, Niesha wanted to confront the man. So far, she only had rumours and gossip to go on, which wasn't enough to go to the steward with yet. Speaking to Wunferth might also yield more information. She found Wunferth in his study upstairs in the Palace of Kings.
Whatever you've heard I can do is probably true.
I've heard you dabble in necromancy.
I beg your pardon? Necromancy? I am a member of the College of Winterhold. In good standing. They haven't allowed necromancy for hundreds of years.
I found your journal and amulet where the butcher worked.
My what now? I've never kept a journal, I can assure you. What exactly did this amulet look like?
8-sided, jade, ringed with ebony, a worn carving,
I know it well. Or at least I've heard of it. I would wager that carving once depicted a skull. That is the necromancer's amulet of legend. It appears you were at least half right. There is necromancy at the heart of this.
I guess Calixto was wrong.
Yeah. Calixto and his books are often confused about such matters. It happens to the best of us.
So what can we do now?
I've been noting a pattern to when the killings happen. Now that we know they're tied into some sort of necromantic ritual, I think I know when the next might occur. Let's see. From Elordis of Last Seed until Amidus of Hearthfire, it will happen soon. Very soon. Keep watch in the Stone Quarter tomorrow night. That's almost certainly where the killer will strike next.
Niesha was pleased she had gone to Unferth. His knowledge of the killings, with his Mages Guild background, had given him an excellent insight into how the Butcher operates. His direction to watch out in the Stone Quarter could prove invaluable in solving these murders.
Good evening.
Hearing footsteps coming up the stairs, Niesha ducked into the shadows to see who was there. It was Aravanya being closely followed by Calixto. Feeling the hairs tickle on the back of her neck, Niesha quietly followed the pair to see if anything happened.
This should be good.
As soon as Niesha saw the knife in Calixto's hand, she acted quickly, felling him and saving Aravanya's life. All she needed to do now was report back to Yorleaf, giving him the good news. Then she could get some well-earned rest, along with her companions, before they travelled to Falkreath.
Any luck finding the Butcher?
Calixto Corian was the Butcher.
Ismir's beard. The man was always a bit odd, but I wouldn't have expected. You've done the city a mighty service, friend. I believe you'll find the guards to be a bit more cordial with you in the future. Travel safely. It's dangerous out there.